9 swords shattered in his hand in a single day. This is the story of how Khalid bin al-Walid earned his title as the Sword of Allah at the Battle of Mu'tah. Imagine standing with just 3,000 men against a horizon filled with 200,000 enemy soldiers. The Battle of Mu'tah wasn't just a clash of steel. It was a miraculous moment where faith defied the impossible and reshaped history. Witness how the Sword of Allah emerged from a sea of spears to lead a legendary escape that still baffles military strategists today. Before we continue with this remarkable journey of sacrifice and strategy, make sure to subscribe to Faith Lens for more insights into the lives of the pioneers of our faith. The seeds of this conflict were sown when the Prophet Muhammad began sending envoys to neighboring regions. He sent al-Harith bin Umayr al-Azdi to the governor of Busra. However, in a grave violation of international custom, al-Harith was intercepted and brutally murdered by Shurahbil bin Amr al-Ghassani, a representative of the Byzantine Empire. This act was essentially a declaration of war. In response, the Prophet assembled 3,000 men, the largest Muslim force at that time. He gave very specific instructions regarding the leadership. If Zaid is martyred, Jafar ibn Abi Talib should take over his position, and if Jafar is martyred, Abdullah bin Rawaha should take over his position. As they marched toward the borders of modern-day Jordan, the Muslims received chilling news. Heraclius had gathered a massive coalition of 100,000 Greeks and another 100,000 allied Arab tribesmen. Facing 200,000 soldiers, the Muslims spent 2 nights in Ma'an debating their next move. It was the words of Abdullah ibn Rawaha that steeled their hearts. Men, what you dislike is that which you have come out in search of, martyrdom. We are not fighting the enemy with numbers, but with this religion. The battle commenced at the village of Mu'tah. Zaid bin Haritha led the charge until he fell. Jafar bin Abi Talib later recalled, I was present amongst them in that battle, and we searched for Jafar bin Abi Talib and found his body amongst the bodies of the martyred ones, and found over 90 wounds over his body caused by stabs or shots of arrows. After the martyrdom of Jafar and then Abdullah bin Rawaha, the leadership fell to Khalid bin al-Walid. Back in Medina, the Prophet was miraculously describing the events as they happened. With tears in his eyes, he told his companions, Zaid took the flag and was martyred. Then Jafar took it and was martyred. And then Ibn Rawaha took it and was martyred. Then the flag was taken by a sword amongst the swords of Allah, that is Khalid ibn al-Walid, and Allah made them victorious. Khalid proved his reputation that day. He fought with such intensity that he later said, on the day of Mu'tah, 9 swords were broken in my hand and only a Yemenite sword of mine remained in my hand. Realizing the sheer numerical disadvantage, Khalid employed a brilliant psychological tactic. Under the cover of night, he reshuffled his troops, moving the rear to the front and the left to the right. When the sun rose, the Byzantines saw new faces and heard the dust of moving ranks, fearing that massive reinforcements had arrived. This confusion allowed Khalid to launch a fierce attack and then execute a disciplined withdrawal. The Byzantine army, shaken by the ferocity of the 3,000 Muslims, did not dare pursue them. While the Muslims lost roughly 12 to 15 martyrs, they gained a reputation for invincibility. They returned to Medina not as a defeated party, but as heroes who had looked the greatest empire of the time in the eye and did not blink. This battle proved that the strength of the Ummah lay not in its numbers, but in its unwavering devotion to Allah.